Are you considering making an offer on a property? Here's what you need to be prepared for. I'm Kylie Walters, a real estate agent in Toronto, and if you're looking to sell or buy your dream home, then you're in the right place. On this channel, I'm going to discuss all things real estate and show you how to navigate this wild Toronto market. So if you're a first-time home buyer in this market, you know that it can be super competitive.
And you got 4 remaining players who are like super competitive.
You're going to want to be prepared before making an offer, so I'm going to give you a few things to consider. First things first, you're going to want to make sure you have a pre-approval letter from your lender. This will show the seller that you're serious and that you're a qualified buyer, which will increase your chances of your offer getting accepted. Next, you're going to want to do some research on comparable properties. So what this means is pulling data from what's sold recently in the same area and comparing it to your subject property. As a realtor, we look at these every day, so we know exactly what to look for and what to avoid.
And we should probably avoid that.
Definitely.
Now, when you're trying to determine a fair price for your offer, it can get a little confusing to see listing prices that seem too good to be true. These are typically referred to as marketing prices, and usually they come hand in hand with a scheduled offer date. Now, a good way to determine whether it's a marketing price versus price to sell and holding offers anytime would be to go back to those comparable properties you were looking at earlier and see what the actual sold prices were for homes in the area. You can also just contact your realtor because they have access to a lot more information than you'll get publicly.
That's a good idea.
It is always a good idea to have a clear understanding of your budget and what you can actually afford to spend on a home. And you have to be sure to factor in things like closing costs, which can vary depending on the location you're looking at. Toronto, for example, has a double land transfer tax. So make sure to talk to a realtor or an accountant to gain a little bit more clarity on what these closing costs entail. There's also things to consider such as renovations or any improvements you want to make on the property you're about to purchase. You're probably hearing from all over the place that the market is insane, and that's because it is.
It's insane!
So when you're getting ready to prepare an offer in a competitive market like this, you need to be prepared to act quickly. In competitive markets like this, it is not uncommon for homes to receive multiple offers in a very short time frame. So you need to be prepared with everything in order and ready to go.
I say 60 million is perhaps the highest price we should be prepared to pay in a war.
So that when you find the home that you love, you're ready to act quickly and get your offer in. So now that you have all your paperwork in order, you're going to need to determine the best strategy in submitting your offer. And you might not realize this, but there are so many different ways to go about it. There are so many different scenarios that you can come face to face with when you're ready to submit an offer. It honestly really depends on the listing, the current market, the seller's unique situation. It could be a multiple offer situation. It could be an offers ending time situation. You might want to submit a preemptive offer or something that real estate agents call a bully offer.
Bully, 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 bully!
You're really going to want to do your homework on something like this or work with a qualified agent because one small thing can make such a huge difference and you won't even realize it. If you want to learn more about each specific scenario, just check out my offer strategy playlist. Some people think that once they submit an offer, their job is done. That's not true because now it's time to negotiate. Usually there's going to be some back and forth between the buyer and the seller in order to find common ground and land a successful deal. So you're either going to want to sharpen those negotiation skills or find a great realtor who's going to be able to negotiate on your behalf. Some real estate agents, including myself, have actually gone through extensive negotiation certification courses to get ourselves to that expert level. And we also have tons of experience.
You're brilliant? You got a ton of experience?
So we hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever on the offer process, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you found value in this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. There's a lot more to cover and I'll be here for all of it.